make this rather snappy, won't you? I have some very heavy thinking to do before 10 o'clock.
All right, welcome into Greeny Sports Cards Live, the world's first multi-stream broadcast for the hobby industry. We are thrilled you're joining us this evening on a holiday week, extremely busy week, extremely busy year, and next year will be no shortage of slowing down in that department. We've got a lot of stuff cooked up for you tonight and into 2026. So my name is Jeremy Levine. I am with Greeny Sports Cards here live every Tuesday night, along with the man himself, Steve Greenberg, aka Greeny, along with a host of characters and influencers, coaches, athletes, and hobby enthusiasts, where we bring you the latest news and conversation and your feedback for what's going on in the hobby world. And we can't wait to get going with you all this evening. So you can catch us on any of the platforms that you are watching, whether it's the X, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. If you're on Instagram, if you're catching us on Twitch, anywhere in between, comment along with the like and subscribe and all that so you can get the latest input. But if you comment along with the show or you ask questions of our guests or our hosts, we can answer those in real time for you and join the conversation. So we will be here as we are every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern to 8 p.m. And then the live auction with Alex Schott takes place on eBay Live at 9 p.m. on Tuesday nights and Thursday nights. So welcome on in. We'll give you the rundown of how this is going to work this evening. As I said a little bit earlier, we've got a monster, huge announcement for you this evening that we're going to share, and very excited to break that here shortly along with Greeny. Following that, we'll have hobby news with our resident hobby insider and expert, Joe Wysmierski, out of Phoenix Sports Cards, and of course, Cut the Nonsense. We will also get into Card Show Live, where we'll go around the U.S. to talk about the hottest card shows in the country and give you an idea in your neck of the woods where you can visit this weekend. If you are in the live collectible space, make sure you get out to one of these fantastic shows that we'll highlight a little bit later. And then we are very excited this evening to catch up with the Dude Network. We have the hosts from the Dude Network, Tony Lane and Johnsy. Brandon Johnsy Johns will join us a little bit later about the 35 mark and talk about the Dude Network and their lifestyle programming. They sit at the heart of food and sports and the dude life, but not just for dudes, but for dudettes as well. So can't wait to get into conversation and discussion with these guys as it relates to the hobby and collectible space and the dude life. So without further ado, let's go ahead and welcome in the man himself, Steve Greenberg, aka Greeny, the namesake founder of this show and hobby enthusiast extraordinaire. Good evening.
I am, Jerry. I am a hobby enthusiast, amongst other things. I'm a dude enthusiast and a dudette enthusiast. So it's going to have a lot of fun talking a lot about things later. But And you said it, 2026. If we thought 2025 was busy, Jeremy, 2026, I think we have over 30 shows scheduled with a couple gigantic announcements to bring that total a little higher. So, and a few of those announcements aren't ready. One might be ready. We'll see. But a few of them, when we announce those too, will be really cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of really cool things shaping up as Greeny Sports Cards sits at the confluence of live events and, of course, this broadcast space and custom cards, as many people know and continue to grow. Over 100 student athletes on the roster at this point from schools across the country and in all sports and teams. And you can check that out at greenycards.com. And proceeds from the student athlete cards, the NIL cards, benefit the actual students themselves. So make sure you head over and check that out. As well as, if you are in the Ohio area, please support our sponsors. We can't do this show without them. And one of those is Giannino's Pizzeria.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. I'm a year older now, so Mommy can give me Giannino's pizza. Hey, whoever thought of making a great tasting Giannino's pizza with all these fresh ingredients? They gotta be some kind of genius. More, Mommy.
Every Giannino's pizza is made with fresh dough, delicious tomato sauce without additives or preservatives, and fresh provolone cheese shredded daily. For a location near you, go to Gianninos.com.
You want a piece of me?
Thank you to Giannino's. Great pizza, wings, subs, man. And how about that salad dressing, Greeny? I know you're a big fan of that.
I can tell you, I have the salad dressing every day of my life. I love it. It's terrific. And it's good for baking, too. I mean, I use it on chicken. I use it in my salad. But Giannino's is our favorite.
Love Giannino's. Thank you for the support there. Of course, some big games coming up, both in the NCAA and NFL. And you can check out Giannino's and take care of your taste buds and your family and your friends. So speaking of big fans and big announcements, Greeny, we're gonna break some news tonight and share something that we just want to let everybody know about. There's, of course, going to be plenty more information to come, a lot more details, but word is starting to percolate out in the space, and we couldn't be more excited about what this means and what it means for collectors in biggest shows. The Strongsville Sports Collectors Convention is teaming up with Greeny Sports Cards and the Great Lakes Collectors Convention to form and combine a co-located event that will take place April 10th through 12th, 2026 at the Independence Fieldhouse, which has been the home of the Great Lakes Collectors Convention the last 3 years. And Greeny, this will instantly become one of the biggest shows in the Midwest. It is a unique partnership of a vintage pavilion, which constitutes the Strongsville Sports Collectors Convention for really serious-minded and vintage collectors, along with the Great Lakes Collectors Convention Pavilion that will be split out into some modern, and then you've got a TCG space for the Pokemon and the TCG trading cards. And then you get the combination of celebrity guests and athletes and Hall of Famers and autographers, along with the live content and the sports talk. This is going to be an incredible show. And Greeny, it really was our vision from the start to create a really impressive event for Northeast Ohio when we set out to do this. And this is going to take it to a whole other level. It's going to be upwards of 500 tables and all of the other ancillary activities that come with it. And we're really excited to share this news as it started to go out today to vendors with Strongsville Show, making that announcement. And of course, lots more to come. There's a lot of logistical details to work out on the floor plan and before we share a lot of the details, but really cool partnership, really cool announcement.
It is. And, you know, the floor plan is going to be a big question people are going to ask, and it will be divided. And that is one thing that we've all decided together is we want to keep the vintage. We want to keep the modern and have that, you know, two different pavilions. So you feel like you're still in the Strongsville Vintage Show, or you feel like you're coming to the Great Lakes Collectors Convention. So it will be separately together, if you want to use that term. But the venue's terrific. It's huge. If you've never been to the show and you've been to the Strongsville Vintage Show, well, they did move to the Brunswick Arena and there was more room there. There's even more room here in Independence, and the parking as well. It was very tough to park in Strongsville. Now there's going to be a lot more room. I do understand that the hotel is not walking distance, not across the street, but there are hotels literally a half a mile down the road, Rockside Road. So there is plenty to stay. There's plenty of restaurants. We'll have food trucks on site. There'll be cafeteria. It will be, and there's another gym that people don't know about that come to the Great Lakes Collectors Convention. So there is room for the autographers. There's room for expansion. We see this evolving over the next couple of years to one of the premier shows in the Midwest.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty awesome. The field house is 50,000 square feet. You mentioned we're going to be adding at least another 20,000 in space to accommodate both shows in that area. Plenty of parking, and it's really two great shows, one strong location, or two strong shows, one great location, however you want to frame it up. But the Strongsville Great Lakes Collectors Expo combined as a co-location is a big win for dealers. Their footprint, Strongsville, is essentially exactly the same. If there's any reticence about moving to the venue, the intent is to keep essentially the floor plan the same. There's a lot of history there and where dealers are located. That pavilion essentially plops into a much bigger venue with a lot more space. And so the benefit to consumers and attendees is you now have vintage and modern and TCG and all of the entertainment aspects that go with it. It's a better location. You mentioned the parking, more hotels, better access. So much more to come on this as it evolves. But big announcement today for the hobby world.
I can't wait. April 10th through the 12th. Be terrific.
While we're at it, Greeny, I want to share one more obviously thing on the radar here, because this one's coming fast and furious as well with support and partnership. The Ohio State Card Show, presented by Greeny Sports Cards, will take place Saturday, January 31st at Kasich Hall on the Ohio State Fairgrounds. The Ohio State Card Show, tremendous support already from, you can see there, great sports cards, Gemini, the Hobby Ohio, Collector Tyler, Gibby's, of course, Chillicothe, Cards in the Land, TNT, Newhart, and you've got two more down there that I can't read without my glasses right now.
Yeah, but this one's going to be great. We have, as you know, last year we went into Charleston, West Virginia. We've been looking to expand. Columbus, which is near and dear to all of us. We are Buckeyes through and through, and being in the center of the state, there's been some shows bigger there lately, but there hasn't been one of these premier type shows. And we thought, let's try to do something. They did a Pokemon only show. Now we're bringing both sports and Pokemon. And the support, again, has been tremendous. There is huge room for expansion here as well. But we wanted to try it. We wanted to do it one day, get it launched in 2026. And then in 2027, we can expand.
Very good. Save the dates and head to greenyshows.com for all of those 30 plus shows that'll take place in 2026. And for the latest in hobby news, make sure you check out Collectibles on SI. And they, of course, will hopefully that's coming up here. All the hobby news on Collectibles SI. You've got latest releases, industry news, lots of details and information there. So, things like last week, the PSA announcement or Beckett acquisition, the Mantle Awards took place this week, and lots of great stuff over there on Collectibles SI. And part of the Sports Cards Nonsense Network, which, of course, hosts Cut the Nonsense with our next guest, our hobby insider and man of the people, Joe Wysmierski, out there at Phoenix Sports Cards. Welcome in, Joe.
Thank you, gentlemen. Glad to be here. Now, I'm really excited for that news that you guys just broke, because that's the show that I think that Jay Mankey has mentioned to me many a times. Am I talking about the right show, Steve?
You are.
So that's the huge vintage show. Like when I bring this up, Jeremy, and why like that's so big is this is a guy who primarily makes his business, out here in Arizona, and he talks about like going to the promised land to this show and how great it is for vintage collectors and what a big deal it really is. And the fact that you're going to have that with modern and all these other activations that are going to be available for people under one roof is absolutely huge. And it's great for that spring show because it's going to start getting congested when summer comes and we talk about Fanatics Fest and the National and all of those type of things in Dallas. And you're going to have that sweet spot where people are looking to kind of bulk up what they have so that they can go to those shows. And why wouldn't you do it right there in spring? It's a great, you know how they say spring into summer. What a great opportunity for you guys. So make sure if you don't have tables now that you do reach out to these guys, get a table there and start talking about getting tickets because you're going to want to be there the whole weekend. They do the live show up on the stage. It's just fantastic. So it's foolish if you're not checking it out because it's right in your backyard.
That's why we did the work that we did to make this happen.
That's awesome. That is so awesome for you guys too. So
appreciate it. Yeah,
I don't know if there's news in the hobby, Steve, that goes bigger than that right now. To be honest with you, that is breaking news right now.
We'll take that. Maybe we get
big.
Maybe
It's
get a
gonna
little
be big.
newsletter on collectibles on SI. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Might know a guy. Maybe we'll know a guy.
You might. We did have a huge
what's
week,
happening
Steve.
here?
Yeah. Big release week. We had Topps Chrome basketball last week. We also had Heritage, High Number, baseball. We had Cosmic Chrome baseball. I mean, honestly, Topps Chrome basketball and Cosmic Chrome baseball, not for the faint of heart. You're talking about at least $500 to get into a hobby box, which is insane, right? I mean,
it is, yeah.
That's big time.
And I know the breakers are going crazy. I mean, we have a buddy here that gets into a lot of breaks, and he's been in with the I don't know, they don't call it first off the line in Topps Chrome basketball, but whatever, Breakers
First
Delight,
day
right?
issue.
First day issue, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, and he's sending pictures. He had a Giannis gold to 50 and he's hitting some stuff, but it's feast or famine, right? In these breaks.
You know what, Steve? It can be. Honestly, we talk a lot about how breakers can be. They can be either the bane of the hobby or they can be a great opportunity for someone to get into the hobby. But I'll just be frank with you 100%. When we're talking about investing in a $500 box minimum, and if you can find them at $500, I would buy as many as you can because you're going to make money on the resale of a sealed box. But the fact is, the breaking gives you an opportunity to buy a team and get multiple boxes worth of cards of that team. Like it does make sense when you get into this higher category and higher cost type product. I will tell you, I have been thoroughly impressed with Topps Chrome basketball, and I know it's crazy expensive. I get it, but the amount of hits that you can get with just inserts, it's wild. The inserts that they have brought back are very, very cool. I love them. They look great. They did a great job with the design of the card. I believe most of the rookie autos are on card, which is fantastic. That's great. But Steve, at the end of the day, like if I can get into a break and get the Phoenix Suns for a case of hobby for $100, sure, I still think that's winning. Like that right now, like keep this into perspective. You could go to Walmart or any big major retailer and get a blaster value box, and it's going to be $49.99. Okay. That's what it is. That is the price map across.
The mega boxes are $85-$90
easily all day. And you don't really have as much opportunity, but the thing that is great here is, and it's still selling, Steve, right? So David Adams had the card was pulled last week during the release. They had a bounty on the LeBron James Superfractor auto. It got pulled already. It was $500,000 for that, for a redemption. And it gets pulled and people are still going. Like,
did they take that? Do we know?
I'm not sure if they took it or not. I think they would be.
Is that a good price?
Steve, you're talking to someone who has 5 kids, and I live at the poverty line. So yes, $500,000 would be a great price. 100%.
I know the answer is yes, but like I'm talking in terms of what we're seeing Ohtani logo, man. You know, we're seeing these $1 million cards every day, every other week now. It seems. I know that we're not, but like,
listen, Steve. Okay, this goes back to an argument though. Like, I think when you're comparing Ohtani logo men, you're comparing the greatest of all time that we're witnessing right now. The greatest baseball player. I mean, LeBron has had longevity, but I don't believe he's the greatest of all time. And we're just talking about
a superfractor auto.
It's a straight. It is a superfractor, but
has he had one before?
Maybe an unlicensed.
Well, that doesn't count.
Well, did he have one when Topps prior before they lost the? I don't think so. I'm not sure. It doesn't do it for me, and I think there's going to be other hits in that product that have the potential to be higher. To be honest.
Okay.
Like, and I could even see a Steph Curry coming close to the LeBron. Like, I could see those type of cards moving. Well,
Steph Curry maybe, because Steph Curry only had Topps Chrome 1 year, and to our knowledge, his superfractor has not been pulled. So this is Curry's second ever Topps Chrome card.
Correct. That is
LeBron
correct.
Had 6, 7. Right.
Well, and Steve, you know what else is pushing?
Sorry.
Yeah, you know what else is pushing this product forward is, and I believe we spoke about it, is the announcement of the buyback program, right? So the MVP buyback. And it's so close. It's not like people are holding Judge and Ohtani because it's almost a sure thing. Like, you need to hold Jokic. You need to hold SGA.
We came up with 4 guys today.
Yeah, you have to.
Brunson and Cade Cunningham are the other 2, right?
Yeah. And Steve, at the rate that they've produced this product, there is a ton of X-fractors, just refractors, like, and those are $40 a pop. And so why wouldn't you hold it? I know it's not like, AL, NL MVP, it's just the league MVP, but still, it's a great driving force for the product, and it keeps people engaged, and it keeps people wanting to collect and going out there to look at stuff, which also on the sales end, it drives that market on singles too. So on eBay, what you would see a Jokic or an SGA simple refractor that maybe should be like $8 to $10 is pushing that $20 to $30 because you can make $10 on it if they win the MVP. Like,
sure. No, I get it. And kudos to them for doing that.
Yeah, I mean, it 100% makes sense. The other thing that we're seeing big time is like Cosmic Chrome is wild because of the price, and there is no autograph guarantee, but the actual value of the inserts and cards in this product it's crazy, Steve.
It's crazy, like ridiculous to me, I think. Don't you think? Like, do you think that those cards are really going to hold their value years to come?
I've gone on record and said multiple times, for me, it's not a product for me, just because I don't like. I like the photography of being in the games, right? The whole planet and background of the card, it's kind of goofy to me. But like, in talking to one of our mutual friends, James, who he opened some of the product, he had a Ronald Acuna Mars, so a part of the Planetary Pursuit. So with that card, there's one for each part of the solar system. It starts with the sun and goes all the way to Pluto. And as you get further away from the sun, the cards are more rare and more valuable. So we're talking about Mars. I mean, he got an offer of over $400 for Ronald Acuna, who got injured, and a Mars card. Like, it's just, I mean, these things, that makes sense to me, though. If it's a card in that product that can hold that value, then maybe it is worth $500 a box. But that is a stretch and a half for a product that doesn't guarantee you any sort of hit.
Hey, Joe, we got a couple minutes here left in this segment. I wanted to ask you, now that we're about a week or so removed from the word that PSA is acquiring Beckett, what's sort of the vibe and the fallout here a week later from the hobby point of view?
Well, I just got a breaking news that HGA is bought by Collector U.
We saw that earlier yesterday
I
or
don't know what
today.
that means for me, but
Doesn't mean anything.
exactly. And Jeremy, our buddy Jeff down in Georgia, he kind of walked back his comments about people being, uptight about it being a monopoly and whatnot. But at the end of the day, people are in an uproar about it, and I get it, but I don't, because I feel like people are in an uproar because that's what the people online and the influencers are telling them to do that. But if you're not submitting with Beckett, why do you care? Like, you think that it's going to really like curve the market and force people to have to go with PSA? Well, if you're looking to sell your cards in the future, that's who you should be grading with anyways, because that's going to have the majority of the value. If you're a collector, I get that, and you love Beckett, that's great. You still have the opportunity to grade with them. But at the end of the day, if you are someone who is submitting cards and you're treating this as a business, if you're not sending them to PSA, you're not doing yourself any service. Like, I mean, you could be upset and stomp your feet, but you're going to still submit your stuff with PSA. And Beckett has had an opportunity to jump in. They've had an opportunity to jump in to offer, great deals. But a lot of this also stems from a great partnership that PSA has with GameStop. Just think about the doors that opened for collectors, that they could just walk right in and drop the card off. And I know this, I'm going to ruffle some feathers, but people at hobby stores, people in the hobby, they're not the warmest to the new people coming into the hobby. So they can ruffle a lot of feathers. They can be real sharp when people bring in a card and they're like, hey, I'd like to grade this with PSA. And instead of saying, okay, I'd love to help you and walk you through the steps, they're like, well, why would you do that? You're wasting your money. You're throwing it down the trash. Like, when you have someone at GameStop who is getting paid regardless, they're just like, all right, here you go. Fill out the stuff. We'll send it on over. And that's made it really easy for people who have never had the opportunity to grade a card before to do that. And it all goes back to, at the end of the day, when I make my little $10 mystery bags, the joy that a child has opening that bag just to see a graded card, regardless of what's in the card, that's the cherry on the top. They just want that little piece of plastic in their hand because of the power that they feel that now they have a card that's been graded. And PSA offers that. And a lot of companies do, but PSA just has the most value. So long-winded answer to sum up the segment for you.
That's okay. That more to come on that as it evolves. So, Joe, let everybody know where they can find you out in Phoenix and then online as well.
Hey, happy holidays. You can find us at 59th and Thunderbird, at Phoenix Sports Cards, at PHX Sports Cards on Instagram, and then Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Cut the Nonsense on the Sports Card Nonsense YouTube page. Appreciate you guys.
Yep. Big holiday version coming on tomorrow night.
Huge. We actually have dude, so I'm a nerd about it, and thanks for letting me talk about it real quick. Is Doug Pagans, I believe. He's the play-by-play guy for the Florida Panthers. And he has one of the greatest voices for play-by-play and just in general, just soothing. And I even get to the point where I have an opportunity to ask him like how he takes care of his voice. And he's an Iron Man too. So I believe he's been doing it for 13 years for the Panthers. Never missed a game. Big time.
Fantastic.
There you
Tomorrow,
go.
8 p.m. Wednesday night, Christmas Eve, Cut the Nonsense.
Yes, sir.
Listen to Doug read the phone book or anything else. So
I would.
Joe, thank you as always for your time. Our hobby insider, Joe Wysmierski.
Thanks, Joe.
Great stuff from Joe as always, Greeny. Looking forward to, in a little bit here, talking to the guys from the Dude Network. That's going to be a lot of fun getting into that conversation about lifestyle, barbecue, and collectibles. But first, we're going to get into Card Show Live. As we broke earlier, before we get into this week's hottest card show, a reminder that word is now percolating out about the Strongsville Sports Collectors Convention and the Great Lakes Collectors Convention co-locating April 10th through 12th, 2026 at the Independence Fieldhouse. This is just going to be a behemoth of a show, something for everybody, vintage, modern, TCG, likely upwards of 500 tables by the combined shows. Live sports talk, media, entertainment, Hall of Famers, and fun for the whole family. So very cool stuff. And with that, we will get into Card Show Live.
Welcome on into this holiday edition of Card Show Live. And, in years past, you would see, Christmas would be on Thursday, and then obviously the following New Year's Eve. That weekend was usually off limits. Nobody would ever do a show. Not so much anymore. I mean, I was looking around. There's probably 100 shows around the country this coming weekend. So there is no shortage to have your holiday Thursday, relax on Friday, and get to the shows Saturday and Sunday. And we have a few that we want to run down around the country. Some that we've talked about before, but these are just great shows. So you want to hang on and get into some of the card show. Bo Thompson, 1 Million Cubs, Giant Energy Center. That show is this Saturday, Madison, Wisconsin. You guys know Bo. You've heard him on our show before. You've seen him on Twitter, 1 Million Cubs. So get to that show. Hopefully they have some nice weather in Madison, Wisconsin. I have not checked, but seems to be that we're going to have a white Christmas this year around. So I think you'll be fine in Madison. From there, you probably hop on a plane and get yourself to Secaucus, New Jersey. And if I remember this correctly, I think Secaucus is home of the NBA offices, if I recall that. It might be some
at one point, if not
at one
still.
point, maybe not still. Anyway, Laz NYC on Instagram. Laz has actually been to one of our shows. I think he was in Medina last year, walking around. But he has a 120 table show, Secaucus, New Jersey, the La Quinta Inn. If you go to his Instagram page, Laz NYC, you can see he has several different shows in that area. I think he does a weeknight show as well. But this is one of the up and coming shows there in New Jersey, Saturday, December 27th, 9 to 4. The third show on our list this week is local here to Ohio. It is Saturday, December 27th in Sandusky. Now, you've probably heard Sandusky, number one, if you've heard of Cedar Point, or if you've ever seen the movie Tommy Boy. That is where Sandusky, Ohio is, just up the turnpike from Cleveland on your way towards either the state up north or towards Indiana. But right on the lake, Cedar Point, Sandusky. Alex Thompson runs a show, 40 tables, nice little small show, but a real good variety out there. American Legion, Saturday, December the 27th. From there, you can go all the way to Woodland Hills, California, and you can find the Marriott Warner Center. This is a 2-day show, Saturday, Sunday, 120 tables, the LA Card Expo. I've actually found this show online a couple times. I've been doing some research, and I mean, 10th Inning Productions runs it a couple times a year. What more can you like? Woodland Hills, California. I can only imagine what kind of cards are at that show. So check that out. 2 days, Saturday, Sunday, the Marriott Warner Center. That is the LA Card Expo. And then rounding it out is another show that we've talked about before. We've had the promoter Dan Bliss on the show. The Front Row Card Show returns to Glendale, Arizona, just outside of Phoenix, stone's throw from the football stadium. That is Saturday and Sunday, 275 tables. They say that it looks like CGC and JSA will be at that show. Dan Bliss does a terrific job. Sports, Pokemon, all of the like. I know our friend Jason Gillespie is going to be there. He's traveling from, I think he's actually on a cruise this weekend for the That's what we have. Those are 5 good shows that are happening this weekend, anywhere from Madison, Secaucus, New Jersey, to Woodland, California, Sandusky, Ohio, and Glendale, Arizona. And that rounds out the 2025 Card Show Live calendar.
Great stuff, Greenie. Yeah, there's shows in all corners of the U.S. to check out. Those couple friends of the show, you mentioned Bo Thompson, 1 Million Cubs, Dan Bliss, who's been with us with Front Row Card Show. Lots of great stuff. Callahan Auto Parts from Sandusky. It's not a real place, but you can stop by there with the Tommy Boy reference. And speaking of friends of the show, Sport Card Auctions is one of our best friends. You can check them out. If you are looking to turn your sports card collection into serious cash, make sure you head over to sportcardauction.com. They are the professionals in the industry. They will make it simple through authentication and auction services. Just ship your cards and Sport Card Auctions will handle the rest. They take care of everything from photography to listing for you, the auctions and the shipping. They've got over 15 years of experience doing this with some of the finest collectors in the land, and a 99% customer satisfaction rate. So whether it's vintage or modern hits, maximize your return on investment with sportcardauctions.com, where your cards get the spotlight they deserve. Our thanks to Dave and his team for their support, and fully endorsed by Greenie. You actually use those guys.
I do for buying and selling. So fully endorsed, friend, personal friend, and friend of the show, friend of everything. Can't recommend them enough. Sportcardauctions.com.
Very cool. Greenie, really excited about the next segment here of the program, because tonight we're going to welcome 2 voices who embody the spirit of community and conversation. Tony Lane, the founder of the Dude Network, has built a platform that blends sports, food, and authentic storytelling. And alongside of him is his partner, Brandon Johnsy Johns. He's the creative force and operations manager who brings his own flavor and innovation and energy. And together they've turned the Dude Network into a hub where passion meets people. And tonight we'll explore how some of that same spirit connects the world of collectibles and hobby culture. So with that, let's go ahead and welcome in Tony and Johnsy.
Dudes.
Oh, do I need to go this way?
Yeah, there you
My
go.
bad. Hold on.
No.
Not good.
We had that big buildup.
Dude, I was in absolute awe of that intro, man.
Yeah, that was better than I can describe it. I might have to have you send me the script to that.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah. Johnson's shaking.
Cow.
Yeah. Welcome, gentlemen.
I was like, is he talking about us? Is this the same people?
It is. Just a couple of dudes.
We are just a couple of dudes.
That's it.
So yeah, interestingly, I found the Dude Network, I don't know, months ago. I watched Tony doing some of the bits, the $10 meals and this and that, and I loved it. And started chatting back and forth, and comes to find out that you collect. And we've had some good conversations about some of that, the collectible space, but the Dude Network, what I love is you do so many different things, and I know it's got dudes, but there's a lot of women that follow it as well, which is terrific. And we wanted to just get in the room, chat, see what's going on, what you guys see out there. I mean, it's the platform you have is amazing. I think there's like 100,000 followers. I mean, you have built a pretty good thing going right now.
Yeah, and we've been blessed. We got, with all platforms, we're about 350,000 followers. It's a home for all dudes and dudettes. And Johns and I have been blessed to find each other in this crazy world and sync up people to it together. He joined us as operations this year, and now we're taking on more road trips, and it's just bigger than I ever could have possibly imagined for something that was just a simple, I'm stuck at home during COVID, let's use my communications degree and see where we can come up with this. And yeah, it's been absolutely awesome. I'm a very scatterbrained person, and then I'll let Johnsy back up. I don't want to speak for him, but I feel he's like that too. We have a lot of interest. So why just do food, barbecue? Why do burger? Let's just do it all. Let's just do it all, because at the end of the day, it's a home for all dudes and dudettes.
Yeah, terrific. I know, we had chatted. You collected some things. I know you're focusing, doing some vintage, but you actually told me yesterday you found a Pokemon drop for the kids, right? That's kind of a big deal.
I did. I went out shopping, last minute shopping. Took my boy out with me. Had to get some briskets to smoke some meat, and
man, that takes me back.
And then went there, and then there was I was there the day before, but to yesterday there was just full everything. And luckily they had a limit of 5, so my boy was just grabbing. I was like, hey man, 5, so that way other kids can have a chance to get some of these. And I think even told you, Greeny, the funniest part of it is there was clearly someone that was into the flipping market in front of me, but he had a limit of what he could get. So I had to ask him, which one of these is the best ones to buy? So I was working with him. It was funny. Yeah, he was like, this one, which makes me feel like I maybe should have went with the other one. But anyway.
Yeah.
So you guys are living your best life. You've got barbecue. You're talking food. You're talking innovation, community. Talk a little bit. Let's get into a conversation about how collectibles play into that sense of community and what that means to you guys.
Johnsy, I mean, I can take it. I know you're kind of not on the collectible.
I'm not on ball cards. I've done a lot of other different types of collecting, like American picker style stuff, but I do have ball cards. Tony knows he saves me all Chargers and all Angels cards every time he opens cards. So,
well, it's interesting because a while back we had a guy from the Hatfield and McCoys, which
nice.
The first thing I thought of, I said, boy, Johnsy's coming on, but we talked about a Johnsy from the Hatfield and McCoys. I'm sure that's not why your name is that, but the collectible space it's not limited to just sports. I mean,
no.
The American Pickers type thing has made everything collectible. And I know you guys get out to a lot of these bars and restaurants, and some of the collectible stuff that they have, I mean, beer tap handles and neon signs and things like that. There is so much collectible stuff in this world.
So much. And what's nice about having Johnsy and myself is he's got his side and I got my side. So as we continuously branch out into new niches and demographics to attract a new audience, it's really nice because I can kind of handle the heavy sports, and Johnsy's got the antique. If you look on his wall back there, he's got all them cool vintage cast iron pans there, which are really collectible. So between our powers, we get there they are. Look at that beautiful. Wow.
I do have a card collection I'm really proud of, and it's vintage for what it is. But it's way more nerdy than sports cards. I have some pretty old Magic cards that I've had since I was a kid. So
Magic is in the Pokemon world and the Yu-Gi-Oh. I know that if you have the Black Lotus, you could retire.
Yeah. What was it last time? 3 million or something like that?
Something like that.
It was something ridiculous. Yeah. Unreal for a card. It has to be.
I mentioned on a show a while back, we had Will Stern on from Collect, and I said I'm not a collector because I don't buy and sell, and he changed my entire perspective. I begged to differ with you. I said, looking over my shoulder, he's like, "You're a collector. Don't kid yourself." So we all collect stuff, and I think what's really cool about the collectible space and the hobby space today is there's this convergence of different styles and interests, particularly where you're now seeing TCG and sports and comic books and all kinds of vintage stuff together. What makes up the Do Network, though? What are you guys interested in week over week? You do a couple of shows, I think 3 shows every weekend. What are you guys talking about on the regular?
Used to. We're back to 1.
Yeah. So we go by the 5 B's of life, the 5 B's of dude: beards, beer, bourbon, barbecue, and budgets. But those 5 together, you make the full dude. I mean, so that's like the 5 Ds of life. And so we do the $10 meals for the budgets, which Greeny alluded to at the start of it there. we get together and do like dude-sized portions, dude witches, but we also will go check out a microbrewery. We'll go to a distillery, we'll go to beer fest, we go to barbecue festivals. We'll just go to a festival, I guess what's nice about it is this, whatever we wake up and want to do one week, that's kind of what we can tie it all
that's
in.
what I was going to say. We have the mission statement and like this is what we are. But really what it is us just a way to fuel our ADHD. So, as adult ADHD, we don't have like one hobby we're really good at. We have a ton of interests that we obsess on over time, spaced out, so, and it's perfect fuel for our fire. Don't tell anybody I said that. Don't tell anybody I said that though.
Yeah.
So I travel and I go to a lot of card shows around the country, and I'll post cards that I pick up, or I'll post pictures of the show. Inevitably, it's what I had for dinner that I post that gets most of the likes, right? I go out for barbecue, or we go out for a burger, and we post that. Inevitably, that gets more likes than the Jordan card that I bought earlier that day. I mean, people love the food part of it. It's terrific.
It's the original.
That's how we met.
Yeah.
There was no dude about it yet. He was just like, it was his old handle on Instagram, and he was like, I just got my first barbecue. Let's figure out how to use this thing or something like that. And I was like, I'm gonna follow this guy's journey, and then here we are.
Listen,
Tony, there's no shortage of Instagram models that take perfect pictures of food and the glory of it. I'm of the opinion there's not enough people showing you the carnage. Like, what happened after a great meal and a great party? Like, where are the photos of that that porterhouse steak that somebody just devoured because it was the best thing they ever had?
With an empty bowl that I just smashed the out of, if it was so delicious. Like,
that is not a bad idea.
I appreciate that. That's why we do these things.
We'll do that segment with you guys. There's not enough aftermarket reports.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we can do it up at the Strongsville show with you guys.
We can definitely work something out. I actually saw on one of your recent videos you were with a colleague of Jeremy, with Ken Carmen.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's our buddy.
That's our hunting buddy.
Yeah, we took him hunting.
Yeah, we're showing him the real lifestyle, not that city slicker stuff. We're taking him out in the trenches. Yeah, we're taking him out in the trenches.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, we took him to the best around.
Hey, now you're showing secrets, man.
Oh, man.
Well, you guys posted it on the interweb.
How was Ken Carmen out that night?
At home. I almost feel bad he's living a fake life in the city.
Yeah, he's just one of the fellas. Oh boy,
there's dance moves. Talk about collectibles. Those signs up there. That Bush Lake neon fishing sign is real cool. Best side salad ever, by the way, ever.
There you go.
There he is.
Yeah, Ken's the best.
Was that a Tall Boy Friday? Is that what Ken calls him?
Yeah, and he was with us at the tavern on Friday, and I was like, "Good news, they have Tall Boys." So he got to have Tall Boy Friday with us. It was almost an honor to have Tall Boy Friday in person, in the flesh.
There you go. Shameless.
I mean, it's
Ken
wild.
And Anthony Lima on Sports Radio 92.3 The Fan. Morning 6 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Best morning show there is. I love him and Lima going back at it all the time. So good stuff.
They do.
He's awesome.
It's funny. Oh, go ahead. No, we won't go there. No. Together when Campbell was going back to Penn State, who we went to school. So we were like there, like going over breaking news. I had people, he had people, and it was so we were kind of together when that became official. That was kind of a cool memory. Actually, and if we have outside of Ken, before you go, Greeny, I did tell you I got into a pretty big.
That's what I was going to bring up now.
Oh no.
Power of the internet.
It was like setting up the greatest story ever, and then it just froze.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Hey, welcome to the Dude Network, guys.
Yeah, well, he'll be back. He'll be back.
We'll be back.
Yeah. So tell us now, you and Tony, when did you guys actually meet? Give us kind of that backstory.
The first, online. We started following each other. He would go live. I'd come in the chat. Fast forward, he started podcasting, invited me in. Then we did that for a while. And then we flew out. Me and another guy flew out here in 23 to like all meet in person for the first time. And then we did Kansas City, the American Royal in 24. And then I moved out here in July.
Nice.
So,
yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, sorry about that. Johnsy will tell you, it's my tradition to lock up once per show.
And it's always that, we were building up to like the last little topic, collectibles, and
that's one thing I do wish I had in the big city was your internet. That would be cool. But no, like I was saying, I did bring some show and tell pieces of a recent collection I got in. It was a one-of-one collection. I got extremely lucky to get it. It's a little different side of the collectible world that I have tackled into, and I figured no better place to show off than right here with you guys. So I came across my buddy out at Berlin Sports Cards in Berlin, Maryland. Shout out Lauren. He gets all kinds of as you guys know, the card shops, you get some weird, cool stuff to come in. And he's like, I have these. He made a post of these old game programs from the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. And I made a deal and I bought all of them. This bundle deal, just all of them. And we've just kind of cracked into it. But the guy basically was on the East Coast and went to every cool sporting event that was available. And this is one of 4 1964 Roger Maris Mickey Mantle scorecards.
Wow.
And what's really cool about this dude is his artwork. He kept every box score in every single. I mean, it's gorgeous. I mean, it's cool. Just
yeah.
So there was 4 of those, and there was about 300 total. And then just things you would never think you would see. McDonald's All-American game from 1974, which was the national debut of one Moses Malone. Wow. So just random, like so much stuff. Ted Williams' last All-Star game brochure. And I'm a little bit of a history nerd. And I'm like, man, this has been an absolute blessing of a collection to get into. And I think it's a very affordable thing, because I think that Maris Mantle's worth like $25-$30. Like, where else can you gain anything of Mantle Maris for like $25, you know? So right. I think the ticket stubs do well, cards do well, but I think it's a matter of time, because there's only so many programs that have stood the test of time like this from the 70s. So it's really cool stuff. I just wanted to, thanks for letting me show off, but I just wanted to go over that with you guys.
Yeah, you told me about that. And the publications from those eras are actually, they are gaining momentum. Now there's so many programs for all the new games, right? And all the Super Bowls now, they print so many commemorative programs. But back then, and then to keep the advertisements in those.
Yes.
Yeah, it's real art. It's now people buy the artwork. If you buy old magazines, you can frame. If you get like an old like beer ad, cigarette, I mean whatever. Yeah, some of those pieces go for huge money because it's like handcrafted artwork that now everything's so digitalized. It's just that's all there is. Like that was the last era of it. So yeah, it's really cool.
And seeing somebody keeping score. Now I know that some people still do that, but that is a lost art.
Oh man, it was so cool to see that.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm sure Jeremy's kept score many a time, but
yeah, I got a whole bookshelf here of curiosity now of programs and stuff I want to go through. Not to put you guys on the spot, but if you had to, we're talking about collectibles. If you had to design a Dude Network collectible, what would that look like? What would it embody?
Man, I would, Johnsy, I'll let you go first. I got to go.
What?
Any kind of trading card set. What would it be?
Oh man.
See, you had the Muni Lot kids. I think there's like the tailgate kids or something like, or tailgate dudes, or like this, or like the garbage pail kids, but of dude stuff.
We might be onto something.
Like dudes sitting there like at the
You
smoker,
might be actually.
Yeah.
I like that. Or like I like the sticker that you put on the bar, the Dude Network approved.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's something with the dude approved stickers everywhere.
Dude approved? Yeah, dude approved.
Like if there was pictures, if we could get pictures of all the locations where we put that and slap those on trading cards, that's what it would be.
Something.
That would be cool.
Gotta collect them all.
We'll make
this
you
year we're
a
doing
Dude
big
Network.
tailgate. What's that?
Breaking news.
Yeah, so let's do it. We'll make you guys
Oh
a
my
Dude Network trading card set.
Hey, I'm down. Let's do it. We're actually doing a tailgate tour this year where we're taking over 5 random tailgates at 5 big stadiums. We're doing Iowa, Ohio State, Indiana, Penn State, and WVU. That'll be this upcoming fall. It's a we got some people behind it, so it is point of no return. It was one of them things I opened my mouth and it actually worked, and now we got to do the work. But no, really exciting. We're really excited to grow all that. But yeah, maybe some cards in that area too.
Maybe we'll have to do that. So WVU, we're now, we have a show in Charleston, and we work with the Touchdown City Club, who's Avon Coburn is the all-time leading rusher at West Virginia, came to the show. So we're closet WVU fans right now, and that might be a nice road trip.
Go Mountaineers.
I went to college just south of down there, so that was my party school. We went up to Morgantown. So that was a beautiful place.
Guys, let everybody know where they can find you before we wrap it up here tonight. We want to make sure everybody knows where they can find the Dude Network, where they can connect with you, and how to get involved.
Yeah, we're on every platform. Whatever favorite platform you have, we're on it. We know not everybody likes Instagram. Some people prefer TikTok or Facebook, but we got it everywhere. The easiest way is go to thedudetnetwork.com, and there's a link on top to take you to every single platform. We have recipes that we've been developing on there. It's where you can catch all our podcasts and everything. Thedudetnetwork.com is the hub to go and get directed to where you need to go.
I'm telling you, it's terrific. I enjoy it. I can't wait when the videos come out. I love when you go shopping, you get the under $10, you donate the rest of the money. I love that. And then I wait to see what you make. It's terrific.
Out of all the ideas, man. And what's funny is I'm just making my mama's cookbook. That's just how we ate growing up. Meat, potatoes, beans, rice, noodles. That's it.
It's terrific. I'm sure the family loves it. It's a cool thing, amongst many of the other things that you do on the Dude Network. So we appreciate it. We're going to be in touch soon. We can't wait to get together and get some Dude approved things together.
Well, we're going to make, I know we're overdue, Greenie. I appreciate all the invites you've given me over the years. I swear, one of these times it will work. And when I come, we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna do some things. So I'm excited. And shout out to Greenie when he sends me stuff in the mail. It's like a 1 of 1. I mean, it was the team up north, but it was a 1 of 1. So
either way, fantastic, guys. We appreciate everything.
We appreciate you guys. Thank you very much.
Top notch. Shout out to all of you.
Yeah,
This show is very well done.
We use StreamYard, but we do not utilize it as well as you guys do. I'll tell you that.
I feel we are overpaying for services we do not use at this point.
Jeremy, thanks.
We can help you with that, but that's a whole other conversation. So, guys, thank you for joining us tonight.
Yeah, thank you, Jeremy, too.
Tony Lane and Johnsy from the Dude Network. Our thanks to Joe Wysmierski from Phoenix Card Shop, Hobby News. Our thanks to Haley on the board behind the scenes, helping us deliver that production to you as well. Our thanks to all of you for joining us, to Giannino's, to Sport Card Auctions, to the Hobby Ohio, to all our friends of the show. Thank you for your support. Continue to catch us every week, 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you follow Alex on eBay Live at 9 p.m. Each Tuesday and Thursday. Greenie, thank you for allowing us to do this every week. And may the cards forever be in your favor. Happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays. We appreciate everything in 2025, and the very best to everybody, you and your family, and we'll see you in 2026.